Hi, everyone. Miss Debbie here to bring you some summertime stories for your personal delight. So, curl up with your phone or your iPad or your laptop. Maybe go sit under a shade tree and let's have some stories. So, today I have a couple of stories that have to do with the 4th of July and one that just celebrates summer. So our first book is called Independence Day, which is another name or the proper name for July 4th or the 4th of July. This is a very simple book, but we don't have time for big involved things. Hello, Independence Day. So here we go, firecrackers. Do you like firecrackers? They're kind of an example of celebration. In many countries use firecrackers. This American holiday is about freedom. Here is a soldier. People in the United States celebrate on July 4th. Ooh, there's the Liberty Bell. You can find it in Philadelphia, which isn't far from us. American flags are red, white, and blue, and they're everywhere on July 4th. If you drive down the street, you may find flags displayed in your town or on people's houses, things like that. Here's a very yummy looking flag cake. In 1776, the U.S. was made up of colonies. The colonies were at war with England. Here's a very famous painting of George Washington crossing the Delaware River. He crossed it down near Lambertville, New Jersey, and New Hope, Pennsylvania. You can visit Washington's crossing there. Good field trip for the summer. Look at the river in the background. I don't know if the river ever quite looks that churned up, but it's just an artist picture. The colonists wanted to be free. All right, let's take a good look at the Statue of Liberty. Isn't she beautiful? Look at the little tiny people on the base taking photographs. Have you been to the Statue of Liberty? I went many years ago when I was a student. I believe we still could climb up to the torch. You see the torch way at the top. She's holding the torch up. I don't know if you could do that anymore, but that was kind of scary. I believe it was like a spiral staircase. A group of men from the colonies wrote a statement. They called it the Declaration of Independence. We declare, we state that we want to be free from you, Britain. They signed it on July 4th. It's a pretty big deal. This was before America was America. Today, what do people do to celebrate July 4th? They eat outside and have picnics with watermelon. They watch parades, always parades. Bands play music, fireworks light up the sky, and people wave flags. I love the 4th of July parade. I hope you find one to go to in your town. The end. Okay. So that's a very simple book, but we're going to get into some more of these stories. But let's start with a summer story. Run Wild by David Covell. Oh, because school is out and we're running outside and enjoying nature. Hey you, sky's blue, forget your shoes. Open that door. Look at the boy. He's sitting inside on his bed with his device, and he sees his friend running by. Open that door and Sprout, you're out. Chase the wind. Can you grab it? Oh, look at those pictures. Oh, I love it. I love being outside. I don't care if it's hot out or raining. I like to be outside. Go ahead, race a rabbit. Crunch, crack, twig, snap. Everyone's running over sticks. Race a rabbit. Did you ever try to race a rabbit? My dog tries to race a rabbit. Squeaky clean? Who cares about that? Jump in a mud puddle. Squish, squirm, fiddlehead fern, meet a beetle, talk to worms. So here are the heads called fiddleheads of fiddlehead ferns. And here are, once they unfurl, they become these beautiful summer green leaves and plants. He's got a worm twisted around his toes, a beetle sitting on a toe. I was outside reading a book this morning, and a little teeny tiny sweat bee came up and sat on my finger. I love that. Run, run, wild, wild, all day long. The sun's gonna smile. Oh, what is more fun than running through a path in the woods? Are you brave? Come on, explore. Grr, grr, grizzly, roar. Just kidding, it's his friend, growling like a bear. Faster feet onto the shore. Hot, hot, burning sand. Ah, cool in the water. Hello, clam. Right? When you go to the beach and you racing across the sand and it's so hot on your feet. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Be a fish in the salty sea. Now up for air. And just float there. It's easy to float in salt water. That's the first thing. When you take swimming lessons, the first thing you have to do is learn how to float. You must float or they won't teach you how to swim. You learn to float on your back and you learn to float face down. They call that one the dead man's float. I haven't done that in a long time. Floating is fun. Waves, rolling, daydreams, flowing. Look at him floating. What's next, you wonder? Crash, boom, thunder! Run, run, wild, wild. Some days the sun won't smile. Yes, very good to run inside and get out of a thunderstorm. Could be dangerous. Rain dumps. There'll be slippery slumps, wee, bruises and bumps, and rotten stumps to trip over. Ugh, after he tripped on the stump, he fell. Ugh, slug. You'll see slugs in the morning in your garden. They like the cool, wet earth. Slugs. Are you okay? I think so. Come on then, let's keep going. Breeze blowing, sunset glowing. Woo! Howl at the moon. Moon's gonna smile. Run, run, wild, wild. And here are the woods in the dark. Oh, look at the fireflies. Oh, have you seen the fireflies lately? The front of the book has the woods in the day. So the library has put a book pocket here. But you can see this is the day, and this is the woods at night. Beautiful. And this is what the author says. He hopes you will get outside and explore, but just be home by dinner time. When I grew up in the country, we had a bell, and my mother would ring the bell at dinner time. So ring, 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 and when you heard the bell, you ran home for dinner. So fun. So let's look at these pictures again. They are watercolors, and I am inspired to go to the craft store like Michael's or Holly Hobby, or maybe even the dollar store, and get some watercolor paints. They usually come in a little, just a little tray. Watercolor paints, and you just wet your brush with water, and then you paint. This is what you could do. So easy. Nothing has to be perfect. Just you don't even draw, just paint. If you like, you can do chalk painting. Chalk painting would be just as good as watercolors. So this happens to be sidewalk chalk, but you could use chalk or pastels. Probably, just get some nice paper or a big pad of paper, and have some fun. I used to sit in my backyard in the summer and just draw with chalk and pastels, because they don't really have art classes. Look how easy it would be to draw the ocean and some seaweed, a rock, and a starfish. And then you have yourself in your picture. Easy to paint feet there too. So good luck and have fun. And if you want more crafts, come to the library. We have crafts out twice a month on a Saturday, and a lot of fun things. So come by the library and find some things to do. Okay, let's do the Statue of Liberty. We talked about that a little bit in the first book. So this is written by Mary Firestone and illustrated by Matthew Sheen. So it's got some kooky pictures. And here's the Statue of Liberty with New York City in the background. In this picture, here's the American eagle. In this picture, some people are on a boat. They look like immigrants. There's a suitcase, somebody with a teddy bear, and they're coming into New York Harbor. I love this book. My name is Janetta. I'm a park ranger at the Statue of Liberty National Park in New York City. The Statue of Liberty is an important symbol of freedom. Let me tell you her story. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France? They admired the colony's fight for freedom during the Revolutionary War. They wanted to honor the Declaration of Independence. The gift was France's way of saying, "Good job, America." A French artist named Frederic Auguste Bartholdi drew up plans for the Statue of Liberty in 1874. Workers in France used copper sheets for the statue's outside surface or skin. The sheets were about the thickness of 2 pennies. Workers pounded the copper sheets onto wooden molds. So, wow, I didn't know that the Statue of Liberty was made out of wood and only covered by copper that's 2 pennies thick. Look, here's 2 pennies. It's not very thick. By the way, when copper's usually shiny, right? It's called copper color. But when it hits the air for a long time, copper turns green. Sometimes you might see copper roofs that have turned green. Workers finished the Statue of Liberty in 10 years. Took 10 years to build it. In 1884, it was finished. The total cost of the project was $250,000. But once the statue was put together, workers had to take her apart again. She was much too big to travel across the ocean in one piece. How big is the Statue of Liberty? She stands 305 feet tall from the bottom of her pedestal to the top of her torch. She's about as tall as a 30-story building. Most of our homes are 2 stories. So if you think of 2 stories, like 15 houses piled on top of each other, that's how tall the Statue of Liberty is. That's why workers had to take her apart for her trip from France to the United States. So, her hands are 16 feet long, about the length of a canoe. Her index finger is 8 feet long. That's taller than a man. It's pretty funny. I can't wait to go close and see her up close. French workers built the Statue of Liberty, but U.S. workers built her pedestal. She needed a base to keep her steady in bad weather. Building the pedestal was going to cost a lot of money. Thankfully, a newspaper man named Joseph Pulitzer helped raise the needed funds. People from all over the United States gave whatever money they could to help the pedestal project. Here's the pedestal, and here are envelopes coming in with money donated to build that pedestal. So the American people are very generous, and they still to this day donate money to help a cause that's worthwhile. Packed in boxes, the Statue of Liberty sailed into New York Harbor in June 1885. Her pedestal was finished in April 1886. Workers then spent 4 months putting her back together. On October 28, 1886, President Grover Cleveland officially accepted the Statue of Liberty. Thousands of Americans were there to celebrate France's gift. Here's kind of just a depiction of all the boxes packed up coming into the harbor. Between 1892 and 1954, 12 million immigrants came to the United States through New York Harbor. They came from all over the world on large boats looking for a new place to live. The Statue of Liberty was one of the first things they saw upon arrival. Many immigrants came from countries where they could not buy land. Most could not go to school. These rights and many others were only for the rich. In the United States, almost anyone can own land and go to school. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of these freedoms. She tells the world that the United States is a free country. And here's a picture of immigrants on a boat sailing into the harbor right up to the Statue of Liberty. What do the Statue of Liberty's symbols stand for? The burning torch stands for truth. Liberty's crown has 7 points. Each point stands for one of the world's 7 oceans. It also stands for one of Earth's 7 continents or land masses. Did you know that? I never knew that. The tablet is a symbol of the laws of the United States. The date on the tablet, July 4th, 1776, is a symbol of the day the Declaration of Independence was approved by the colonists. The broken chains or shackles that lie at Liberty's feet are a symbol of freedom. I haven't found a picture that shows the shackles, but maybe. Stay tuned. We'll find that in the future. And here's the tablet that she's holding. Come to our campfire stories. We'll have more about this topic. The Statue of Liberty is much more than a pretty face. She stands for one of the United States' greatest gifts, freedom. Maybe you can come to New York City soon and visit us. We look forward to seeing you. I can't wait to go. Oh, I love that. I'm all excited now to go to New York. All right, how are we doing on time? Not too bad. All right, well, I have a 4th of July story for immigrants. Apple Pie 4th of July by Janet S. Wong and pictures by Margaret Chodos Irvine. So apple pie is a symbol of, old-fashioned America. And on the 4th of July, we have picnics, parades, fireworks. And one of the things at the picnics is apple pie and watermelon. What else? Corn on the cob, hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad. Yep, they all stand for a picnic in the summer or the 4th of July. I love this. This is one of my favorite stories. 7 days a week, 52 weeks, 364 days a year, and 365 in a leap year. Our store is open. Christmas is the only day we close. Even on Thanksgiving, we open the store. Even on New Year's Day, even today, the 4th of July. I hear the parade coming this way. Boom, boom, boom. I smell apple pie in Laura's oven upstairs. And chow mein in our own kitchen. Chow mein, Chinese food on the 4th of July. No one wants Chinese food on the 4th of July. Fireworks are Chinese, Father says, and hands me a pan full of sweet and sour pork. Yes, the Chinese invented fireworks. I hear the parade. Boom, boom, boom. I hear the parade passing by. There's the parade. Noon, and customers come for soda and potato chips. $1:00, and they buy ice cream. 2:00, the egg rolls are getting hard. 3:00, they buy ice and matches. 4:00, and the noodles feel like shoelaces. The food they cooked is getting stale. No one wants Chinese food on the 4th of July, I say. Mother piles noodles on my plate. My parents do not understand all American things. They were not born here. Even though my father has lived here since he was 12, even though my mother loves apple pie, I cannot expect them to know Americans do not eat Chinese food on the 4th of July. So I straighten the milk and the videos and sample a few candy bars and wait. And then it's 5 o'clock when 2 hungry customers walk inside for some Chinese food to go. I tell them no one came, so we ate it up ourselves. But they smell food in the kitchen now. And Mother walks through the swinging door holding a tray of chicken chow mein. And Father follows her step for step with a brand new pan of sweet and sour pork. And 3 more people get in line. 11 more at 6 o'clock, 9 at 7, 12 by 8, buying Chinese food to go. More and more and more and more people come. Somebody's walking in the door with an apple pie. Until it's time to close the store. Sorry, we're closed. Time to climb to our rooftop chairs, way up high, beyond the crowd, where we sit and watch the fireworks. And eat our apple pie. Apple pie, 4th of July. And here they are doing their own parade. Well, thank you for joining this story time. And I had a lot of fun and I learned a lot. So I'm sure to pick out a few more books to do this again very, very soon. All right. Catch you later. Bye.